The biggest complaint I've been hearing about from employers, from HR people this week in my world is not having an effective open enrollment. And the main thing is, they'll say, I feel as though, our employees don't understand the plans that we're investing in. I don't feel like we're getting support and materials. Nobody's explaining to our team what's the difference between a high deductible plan and a PPO, or what's an FSA or HSA. They kind of just send out the paperwork and then leave it to the HR person to hear everything. And that's been a big complaint, right? Because sometimes, like as HR folks, like, we're not experts in all things benefits. What we are expert in is figuring out how do we route people to the right solution. And a lot of times just saying, well, just call the insurance company or reach out to them directly, that's not a solve, especially when somebody has to not only like understand it so they can make a decision for themselves, but hey, they're making decisions for their families, and their families aren't necessarily going to be there on the open enrollment call. So they have to find a way to either like learn all this stuff about insurance and go back and make sure their family understands it, or walk through it with them on a demo. So one of the biggest complaints I've had is access to information during open enrollment time. The second thing I've heard is not having enough time to pivot if you're getting a really high renewal. That's one of the biggest complaints I've heard this year is a lot of companies are, you generally as an insurance broker, like we get, and even as a client, you should be getting your renewal information about 60 to 90 days prior to the actual effective date, because you want to give yourself at least some time to, one, digest, hey, can we still afford this benefit? Or, hey, you know what? It was great. Like some of our clients this year had a 3.8% renewal. They were pumped. They're like, you know what? I was expecting to get 9, and that's what we have for the budget. Let's do this. Let's take that extra, 5.2%, and let's throw it in an HSA account. Or, hey, what can we do about it? Let's get creative. So, I think a lot of people are just wanting to know their options, and they want their info, and they just want people to be straightforward and not play games. Because this is a serious expense. Investing in benefits and making sure that your team, one, understands the benefits and we have a good open enrollment plan. And two, like getting your renewal, far enough in advance to where if it's not the right solution, you can do something about it. It says a lot. And I think the way people have been taking it is, if my broker or if my current PEO provider are giving me the renewals last minute so I can't change, I feel like they're trying to make it to where I'm stuck in this for a whole year. And look, like, you're never stuck. There's always a way out of it. Consult with like an insurance broker, or reach out to us. Well, of course, we'd love to help you out there. But there's always a way. There's always a way to fix that problem, right? But the main biggest issue I'm seeing is communication and timeliness. And transparency of the benefits and what teams' options are. That's been the biggest complaints I've seen.